Hi, and welcome to the WOD. I'm Kalli Horne with your Friday, September 6th WOD. I'm going to talk to you today about your names list. Your names list is a very integral part of building an Advocare business. One of the very first things that I was directed to do when I first started building my business was to create a names list and to think of people in categories like, who do you know that's always trying to lose weight? Or who do you know that's always drinking energy drinks? Who do you know that's always in the gym? Or who do you know that is always looking for an opportunity or that just needs income? So I formulated a list. The next step is to actually visit that list every single day, which I did not do. My list looked something like this: little scraps of paper and things that are really tough to keep track of. So I would suggest formulating a plan that you will stick to, whether it be a notebook or a legal pad. You can even print off a tracker right off of your microsite. So to keep track of the people that you know. The next step is to move people off of that list into your pipeline, meaning a one-on-one meeting, which leads to third-party credibility, maybe a mixer or a two-on-one or a three-way call, something like that, that leads to a larger group event, maybe a corporate event, something of that sort, which leads to either a product user, maybe a retail customer or a wholesale customer, or a business builder. The other potential thing that could happen is it doesn't lead to anything at all. It leads to that person staying in the pipeline, which is fine. It's just not their time yet. The next step to do is to find a way to track that. There's a great tracker called the Frontline Tracking Recruiter. Helps you keep track of the people that you're moving through that pipeline. Whether it be that or an Excel document or a notebook or whatever, you need a way of keeping track of those people. When you hand out a Spark to someone and get their info and give them yours, you need to remember that you did that. Otherwise, you have seed spread upon the ground that has no soil, no sun, and no rain. So nothing happens. The only thing that possibly could happen is they get scooped up by somebody else. And that's a classic case of things that do actually happen quite a bit. You can ask Tori Bernal about that. The next thing to do is think about your list and making sure that you are visiting it every single day. A couple days ago, I came across this little packet in my basement. Inside that packet is a bunch of papers, and on that paper is 500 names. I used to sell cars. First thing I did when I started selling cars is send a letter out to every person that I knew. I didn't think that everybody on that list was going to buy a car from me, but I believed that at least a few of them would know somebody that needed a car, and when they did, they'd think of me. The problem being, this list does no good to me in a plastic bag in my basement. So having a list and not using it is no better than not having a list at all. There's a great book, very short little book. It's actually free on Kindle right now, called Acres of Diamonds by Russell Conwell. Without spoiling the book so that you won't go read it, all I can tell you is that this right here, this list of 500 people that I will peruse over today, could literally be gold that I'm sitting on and didn't even know that I had. So I'm going to go find that out. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you create your list and move people right through that pipeline.